What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and it feels good to talk about some good news. And I also have to say again, like I told you so. One of the biggest things I've been hearing the last week is there's no way they're going to cut prices that much, TK. They're not going to do it. Yeah, well, they're going to cut prices so much that they know that the vehicles are going to sell. They're rescinding layoffs. Welcome on back to TK's Garage, where we're like, 2 to 3 weeks ahead of the regular media. I literally had a friend of mine at Bloomberg, who we're doing an interview together here shortly, so you'll get to see that. I'll let you know when that interview goes live on their website. It's a print interview where they ask me a bunch of questions back and forth. I'll let you know when that happens. And there is one with the Wall Street Journal that is coming up here soon too. But yeah, I mean, we talked about this. I was getting roasted, absolutely roasted in the comments. There's no way they're not going to cut rates, but they're not going to cut MSRP by 35%. They're not going to do it. Well, Chief Operating Officer Mr. Filosa, Antonio Filosa, I guess is how you say the name, soon to be, and it's looking more that way, full CEO of Stellantis, has pushed this narrative and pushed it to John Elkann that this is what they need to do to be able to get the numbers back up. And evidently they've done the numbers. And it looks like some of the very first vehicles you're going to see with 30 to 35% cuts in MSRP are Jeeps. And I'm talking about Wranglers and Gladiators. More information on that, too, coming out of Jeep, as it looks like new power plants are coming. And I'm not talking about the 2-liter. I'm talking about old school pushrod V8 might be coming to the Gladiator and the Wrangler. And I'm not talking about the 6.4 engine that's already in the Wrangler or the 392 edition. So this is totally different. And as far as I know, I don't think it's been done before. So the positive news in today's video is several people that work at Toledo have hit me up, and I started getting hit up early as crap for me. It was like 4-something this morning. And it's afternoon at this point for me. I'm just getting, my day going. It's supposed to be my day off on Fridays. As far as, my defense contracting stuff. And I still try to get you guys up a few videos during that time, during Fridays. But they're saying, hey, we got hit up that they're rescinding the layoffs and that they plan on selling a ton of Jeep Gladiators. Well, this butts right up to the same information that I dropped for you guys. What did I start doing this? A week and a half ago, I think. And I've done probably 2 or 3 videos on them cutting the prices significantly at MSRP. Not trying to be a luxury car brand maker and just get back to making stuff that people want. And one of those is Jeep. You start cutting the MSRP on Jeep at 30-something%, 35%. And people can immediately take that off the price of a Wrangler or a Gladiator, they're going to sell. The plug-in hybrid retooling or whatever that's going on at Toledo has also been delayed. They're waiting to see what's going to happen with emissions as the new Trump administration comes in. And as they do come in, if they do what they think is going to happen, that plug-in Gladiator may never see the light of day. That's where we get into the video, which I'll do later. I'm just waiting to, I got to knock, you know how I do it, guys. I don't get something from one source and just run with it. I try to verify through at least 2 or 3 different people before, I publish something. And I'm still weeks ahead of the regular media. But, positive news if you're a worker at Stellantis, especially if you're a UAW worker. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, how is Sean Fain not resigned yet? Remember he said that the minute this guy, Trump, gets elected, that everybody's jobs were going to be screwed. Well, it looks like since that's happened, they're moving engine production from Saltillo in Mexico back to the U.S., whether it's Kokomo or somewhere else. They're moving truck production back to Warren and Sterling Heights, which means more jobs for the UAW. And, oh my God, they're rescinding layoffs now at Toledo because they're going to be making more vehicles and there's no reason to get rid of that second shift. Oh, the other part of that news was the Dakota, the mid-sized truck, which will be based on the Gladiator platform, will also be built at Toledo. And that was the other thing. My source was like, yeah, they thought about, what they were doing with the layoffs and getting rid of all of that experience and people that are already trained on that. You move, you get rid of them there and they go somewhere else, to get new people and then have to retrain them. It just isn't cost effective when they go to ramp up Toledo. And they are planning on ramping up Toledo in the first quarter of 2025 with those Gladiators at a significantly reduced price, which means, say it with me, sales. Because people still love Jeeps, and if you're putting Jeeps that have a reliable transmission and powertrain together at a affordable price, it's great. Now, people that bought Jeeps in the last year are probably going to be pissed because they're going to be severely upside down on their loans. There's no way around that. It just is what it is. And I feel bad for those folks, but, I saw a lot like where people bought stuff in the pandemic and they were paying $30,000 over sticker for a Kia Telluride, stuff like that. I feel bad for those folks, but it's good to see that we're finally getting back to some common sense at Stellantis, at Jeep, at Chrysler, at Dodge, at Ram. I'm glad that we're getting back to common sense and making stuff that people want to actually buy. But there's the positive news of the day. Layoffs are being pulled back. They're getting rescinded. I got to be honest with you. I knew that they were cutting the prices. I didn't know that was going to happen. There was there wasn't any inside information on that. But I think what happened was they probably, I will say this, they probably talked, Antonio Filosa probably talked with people there on how long would it take to retrain people and do all this other stuff to get the line back up and running where they want it on a second shift. And they said, you know what? Let's just not do these layoffs. So, yeah. Yay. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you work at Toledo, how do you feel about this? Does this give you some kind of optimism? For my people that work at Warren that got laid off, do you have any optimism? Are you excited to hear about the Ram trucks that are coming back there? I think we're going to see a lot of the people that were laid off right before Carlos Tavares quit or was fired are coming back. Funny how that happens when you have competent people running a company. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends. Whoopee!